Welcome back, guys. Today I'm out in the woods on a hike looking for some fall mushrooms. Thought I'd do something a little different today. I thought I'd review MRE, or a meal that's ready to eat. Stay tuned. So these are some beautiful woodlands here. There's some nice trails actually through here. I'm just looking around for some fall mushrooms, and now I'm just trying to find a spot to have my lunch, the MRE. So the meal ready to eat is something I picked up at my favorite store in North Bay called Trex. And an MRE is designed, for folks for emergency preparedness, camping, things like that, and also for military use. So let's find a spot to eat and I'll show you what's in the MRE. Of course, this is the time of year with lots of fall mushrooms, and here we are with some turkey tail. This is a medicinal. I did a video on it last year. Very good for the immune system. Of course, you don't want to eat this. What you do is you make a tea out of it. You take it off the log and flip it upside down. You can see how there's these little tiny white pores underneath. On top it is a beautiful, lots of different colored bands. Sometimes they're brownish, bluish, reddish. That's why they call them the turkey tail. So I've harvested a lot of turkey tail so far this fall, so I think I'm just going to leave this flush here for someone else to enjoy. Alright, so I found a great spot and I want to show you the MRE. So this is the meal ready to eat that I picked up at the, basically it's a military surplus store called Trex in North Bay. And it cost me, as you can see, about $12.99 plus tax for the meal. And apparently these meals have anywhere between 1,100 and 1,200 calories per meal. But I just want to try the different things in here and see how suitable it would be to have for your emergency preparedness kit. Or, I'm going to be going on a canoeing trip in October, the end of October. So I'm looking for something really easy to bring along. One really attractive thing about these MREs is that they're in this waterproof container, so it's great if you're if you're going out in the bush or you're going out on a canoe trip or something like that. Basically, it drops in the water. It's sealed, so that's great. It has many different things in it. So how about we open it up and see what's in here? So one thing about these MREs is they're completely rehydrated and completely ready to eat. So there's not a whole lot of prep you have to do. Let's take a look inside. Oh, look at this. It's a peelable seal. I had my buck knife here ready to cut her open, and I guess I don't need to do that. So what we'll do is we'll open this up. It's kind of a heavy duty plastic feel to it. Let's see if this is, ooh. Okay, make sure to get it right at the spot where it says the peelable seal, otherwise it's a little tricky. So, ooh, lots of cool stuff in there. This meal is the menu 2, the barbecue sauce with chicken and the black beans and potato. So let's take a look. Alright, so this is the barbecue chicken. Just kind of go through everything here first. Some crackers, a couple of big crackers there. Your starch. Oh, what's this? Oh, cool. This is a flameless ration heater. So I thought I was going to be eating this cold today, but evidently this product right here allows you to heat up your meal. So I'm pretty pumped about that. I guess we'll do that before eating the chicken. More things in here. Looks, ooh, got some oatmeal cookies, dessert, and nuts and raisin mix. So that's good. You got your fruit and your fiber and a good source of fat there with the nuts. Oh, fruit punch flavored drink. That's good. I did bring some water with me, and it also has some vitamin C added, which is really, I'll add this to my drink mix here. This is really important to have vitamin C so you don't end up with scurvy and things like that. So that's cool. And last but not least is your plastic spoon, salt and pepper. Oh, look at, there's some candy in there, and a napkin, and some sugar and things like that. Take another little peek inside here, just make sure I'm not missing anything. There's my spoon, napkin, yeah, salt, pepper, sugar, moist towelette. Oh, coffee, instant coffee. Never leave home without it. Oh, they even send you creamer, that's cool. And your candy. First thing I'm gonna do is make the barbecued chicken with black beans and potatoes. So I guess we just open this up, and I want to get the meal heater ready because I kind of want to eat it warm. I don't know what it would be like cold. I'm sure it's fine. So yeah, so it comes in a little pouch like that. Kind of a liquidy. But what we'll do now, we'll get the little pouch ready, the heater. thought I was going to eat this cold today, so I was thinking, oh, how am I going to start a fire in the woods or whatnot? But it's really encouraging to see these kits come with a flameless heater. So basically it looks like there's a chemical reaction that occurs, and what we need to do is we tear open the heater bag, add water to the bag. It's about 2 ounces, so really not a whole lot of your water is going to get used up to heat your food, which is really good. A little bit worried as to how this worked, but yeah, 2 ounces of water. And then basically you fold the bag over the top of your MRE pouch and you insert your meal into the meal box with a heater underneath of the MRE. And then basically it will take about 15 minutes to fully heat the food to a good temperature, and we'll try it. So you guys can see the diagram there as to how that works. I'm gonna open the top here and we're gonna insert the food. And again, it's totally sealed. Nothing can get into it. Put it in there like that, so it's in the bag. Next, we're gonna add water to it, just basically between the 2 lines. Oop. Wow, that didn't take very much at all. I've got it between the 2 lines there, and now I'm going to fold the bag over the pouch, like so. And I'm going to insert it back into the box to kind of contain the heat. You can already hear the chemical reaction happening. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Oh wow, it's actually making it really warm. Cool. All right, let's pop this in here. Now it's popped inside its little cardboard box here, and it's going to heat for 15 minutes. Just going to get my juice crystals here and mix it into the rest of my water. Now, if you're like me, and it's hard to, I don't know, I don't find I'm a huge drinker of water. I should probably drink a lot more, but it's really helpful when there are, you know, things like juice crystals and things like that, or coconut water, some other kind of flavorant to the water, because I find regular water just horribly bland, and I end up not drinking enough. We'll just pop that in here. Looks like it's some kind of the fruit punch, so that's good. Oh yeah, it smells really good actually. Berry punch or whatnot. Give her a good shake there. So they recommend adding that to about 12 ounces of water. I added it to about 20. I don't want a really, really sugary drink, so let's give it a try and see what it tastes like. Yeah, that's really good. It doesn't feel like there's that aspartame or anything kind of gross in there. I think it's probably regular sugar. So it's a good little pick-me-up on the trail. And of course there's vitamin C added to so you can keep up with your vitamin C levels if you're, you know, backpacking or, you know, on a camping trip. It's pretty good. So, you know, none of these meals appear to be gluten-free, and they're certainly not vegetarian. So if anybody, you know, has those kind of diet restrictions, I don't think the MREs would work well. You know, I don't know, maybe that's somewhere they could expand, you know, with the product. So these crackers here have wheat in them here, but let's give them a try while we're waiting for our chicken. So they kind of, ooh, a few little crumbs there, but you know, they're not too bad. So it looks like you could break this wafer up into about 4 pieces each, and you can see they're a fairly large size piece of bread. So, but they're a little crumbly. That's my only complaint. Yeah, they taste really good. A little bit salty, which is probably good to replenish your electrolyte levels. But you know, extremely thin. But they're actually quite good. There's nothing wrong with them. And I suppose, you know, I have a feeling this chicken meal is going to be a bit soupy, so I think I could probably dunk these in there to sop up the extra gravy and stuff like that. So we'll try that. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes. I'm going to check on the chicken. So here it is, and it feels really, really hot to the touch. You can smell a little bit of that off-gassing from the chemical reaction, so don't breathe too closely. But it's extremely, extremely warm to the touch. So that's one thing, just be really careful when you handle this. And I would definitely leave it the full 15 minutes to heat everything up, just so that you know, you can enjoy a nice warm meal and not have part of it hot, part of it cold. Because the heating element, the chemical reaction pad is actually just in the front of the package, so it's got to kind of heat through the liquid of the MRE. So we'll take it out of its pouch here, very carefully. Ooh, yeah, don't touch the front part with your bare hand. Holy man, that was hot. But you can see already like the steam, you know, it's kind of not boiling the water, but definitely heating it up quite a lot. And we'll open it up. I suppose you could even use this too to help heat up some water for your, you know, for the coffee that's in there. You want to maybe have like another little Ziploc bag that was tightly sealed, or some other kind of plastic container that was sealed with a cup of water in it, and kind of tuck it in there to heat it up if you didn't want to, make a fire for your coffee. It's nice and warm, as you guys can see. Alrighty. So this is still warm and will be warm for a while. It'd be nice to kind of keep yourself warm in the winter. Don't let this run out. You can actually kind of wrap this in a little cloth and put it against your back if you got a sore back after camping or whatnot. Wind's just coming up here. Gorgeous day though to be out here in the woods. So I'm just going to mix it up a little bit in here. And as you can see, there's sort of different areas where you can rip open the pouch. Obviously kind of don't put your face over it and get steam burn or anything. But let's see if we can do this with our bare hands without a knife. Oh, there we go. Just be careful not to... Ooh, that's not good. That I did not like. This is scalding hot. Ow. Oh, that's dangerous. Sorry about that, guys, but look at that. That was one thing I'm not in love with. That could be a very dangerous burn in the woods if you open this up and spray that on yourself. Ooh. Anyway, I'll be okay, but that was really hot liquid. Yeah, I think they got to figure out something different for that. Ooh, wasn't good. Okay, let me just finish taking this off safely. Okay, so now, as you can see on the inside, I'm just going to scoop some of it out. So there's the barbecue chicken with the beans, and it's a decent sized pouch if you look down in there. Let's give it a try. Chicken looks like little tiny pieces, and there's little tiny cubes of potato in there too. Trying to see if I can find any big chunks of chicken, but not really, so they must be highly processed. That's really good. That is really, really good. Really barbecue-y flavor. Definitely odd to have little tiny pieces of potato and little itty bitty pieces of chicken, but what, I can't complain. Yep, you can definitely taste the chicken, nice and chewy, and the beans are quite good as well. Again, one nice thing about this, I don't have to rehydrate this at all. It's completely rehydrated and ready to roll. You could eat it cold if you wanted. That's good. Well, I finished that up. It was really good. A nice sort of hickory smoke kind of flavor to it. Lots of sauce. There's still a little bit of sauce at the bottom that I don't want to, just eat with a spoon, but what we do have are the crackers. And I already had my first one as an appetizer, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of it here and just sort of dunk it, in the sauce, or even just sort of spoon a little bit of it out onto the cracker. And just going to make a little spread on your cracker to make it more flavorful. That's a good idea. Definitely helps make the crackers less dry to do it like that. So you can even crumble up the crackers and kind of eat them out of the bag again, just to kind of get that, there's like this much sauce still stuck at the bottom. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do next. And then what we're going to do is have some dessert. So let's try the nuts next. And the fruit, I mean, you can't really mess that up, right? Yeah, so you can see there's lots of raisins, almonds, peanuts, and sunflower seeds. Lots of raisins, so definitely keeps up with your fiber while you're on the trail. Tastes quite fresh. Yeah, it's excellent. That's one thing about this kit that I really like, is everything tastes fresh. It doesn't taste like it sat in the shelf for 5 years or something like that, even though it may have. So yeah, very good. The nuts and seeds, they're kind of, still kind of crunchy and not kind of mealy or anything like that. And the raisins are dried out. It's a win. And last but not least are the oatmeal cookies. I'm not going to have the coffee today. I'll save it for later. I don't want to boil water or anything like that, or I didn't bring an extra baggie to do that. So I'll just have some cookies with my juice. Very oatmeal-y. They're about this size, and there's about 4 of them in the package. That is a great oatmeal cookie. Man, I don't think I can make them this good. Well, I highly recommend the MRE Star ready-to-eat meals. I think they are excellent. The one thing I didn't like was the fact that it opening that hot chicken and having it spray on my hand and burn my hand, that was not cool at all. So that definitely takes it down in my ratings. I almost want to take it down to a 3.5 star for something like that, because that's kind of a pretty major problem if you get a burn like that in the woods. Now thankfully it's superficial, it's just kind of red, but I didn't like that. So be really careful, guys, when you're opening those. Almost open it with a knife instead of that ready tear thing. I think the tear idea is really bad. One thing that'd be really neat in regard to the garbage is if there's like a little Ziploc thing at the top at the end of the day, so it, you know, wouldn't like spill some of the little sauces or things like that out into your pack at the end of the day. So that was one of my suggestions for this meal. Ooh, I almost forgot my candies. Who doesn't love rocket candies? So let's give that a whirl. You can't go wrong with these either. You don't really feel overly full or bloated after eating a meal like that, even though it's a lot of calories. I'm definitely feeling a little bit of a sugar high right now. Feeling a little bit weird, I think, just because there's a lot of high fructose corn syrup in the chicken meal and the barbecue sauce. And of course I had those big crackers as well. So anyway, it's very good. I really enjoyed it. So you can buy the MREs in, I think, a case of 12 for about $86, which is great, like on Amazon. I think I might actually get these. This is really convenient. You know, they're waterproof, reasonably priced, and there's a lot of calories for the size of package that you have there. And we're looking at, 1,100 to 1,200 calories per pouch. So certainly you can even divide that up across a couple meals, but when you're doing a lot of hiking and exertion in the woods, you probably want those calories so that you feel good at the end of the day, because you're burning up a lot of calories. Very, very lightweight. They have an excellent shelf life. I think the shelf life is up to 5 years on these MREs. So, and they're made in the US. And there's different flavors. There's many different menus that you can get. So I'll put a link down below if you guys are interested to the site to take a look at these meals. I think they're an excellent addition for those people that want to have, lots of good calories, great tasting food, and excellent, for prepping, for outdoor living, going into the bush for hunting season, camping, canoeing, or even just having one in your car. You end up stranded somewhere. Well, you're gonna have a great meal, and you don't even need to start a fire or anything like that. You just need a bit of water, and away you go. You have a great meal. So I give the MRE Star meals 5 out of 5. I think it was a really good meal, lots of good calories. It tasted great. I was not expecting it to taste very good. It's fully prepared, not dehydrated. You don't have to bring a ton of extra water with you beyond what you would drink for your meal, and just that 2 ounces to heat up the meal. And how cool is that? It comes with a flameless heater, so you don't have to sit around and start a campfire. You can heat your food within 15 minutes and have an awesome meal. So I highly recommend it. I think it's great for lots of applications. If you guys ever tried the MRE meals before, let me know which one is your favorite. I may have to try it in the future. Thanks so much for tuning in today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Maybe I made you hungry for the MRE, or maybe not. Let me know what you think below in the comments. Have a great week. Take care.